Guys, just when you thought it could not get worse for Holly Willoughby, unfortunately it has just gotten worse with a damning report that has come out via The Sun and also via the Daily Mail. And I just didn't expect this to take place considering the amount of reports that were promoting and pushing this. Hey guys, it's Murad Morali. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Back again with another video. If you have not subscribed, guys, click that button for daily and consistent content, baby. Inject it, subscribe to the channel, and let's get straight into this video. I am not in London right now. I am in Edinburgh, Scotland. Long story short, and we don't need to get into it. So I do want to get into this because, of course, this obviously just took place where they've been announcing it and pushing it for a while that, of course, Holly suddenly quitting ITV, suddenly quitting This Morning. She obviously had a lot more promising packages, expectations, future prospects, projections, whatever you want to call it, with Amazon, Netflix, and BBC. Well, it's now been announced that the BBC actually are backing away from her and are not going to be offering her any huge golden handcuff deals. The execs have been quietly wooing her for the past couple of weeks. It's been everywhere in the papers, but now it's just been announced that insiders said that the approach is on hold following a difficult few months, not only including the kidnap plot, but they are waiting for the external inquiry into This Morning during her long stint with Philip Schofield. So they are waiting for the impact of that, and they're considering the impact of that before anything even takes place. Now, this obviously is not good news for Holly because she was going to present or potentially present, the Survivor edition, which is returning on BBC. It's going to be a huge stint for her. The BBC are now like, we are backing away from you, which is the next biggest corporation after ITV anyhow. So once she's quit one huge aspect of her life, you would expect her to have other things lined up. And that was what it was meant to be. But it looks like that they have now completely just cut off. A source said Holly isn't going to be signing up on an exclusive deal for the BBC or to be the face of any of their new shows at this moment in time. Unfortunately, their golden handcuff deals are few and far between, and Holly was being lined up to become a major player from them for a very long time, as she was great on Freeze the Fear, which is one show and was considered for the Survivor. But after seeing everything that has unfolded over the past 5 months, the BBC want to give her, space. And the ITV internal report into This Morning has not been published either, and the impact that could also need to be taken into consideration. So that clearly shows that whatever's coming out in this internal report is not well for her, especially if they are looking at her and looking at the impact of that. But not only that, but also that could be a reason for why she quit or left This Morning. I just find this kidnap plot interesting, that you would leave a show because of a kidnap plot, but yet you're still willing to present on big corporations. Surely you would just not present at all anymore if that was the main focal point. So, or surely you would take a break from This Morning as opposed to suddenly quitting. And of course, yesterday it was revealed that she quit very last minute, and nobody really knew, not even the editor knew. So not good news for her, unfortunately, yet again. And we all know that, unfortunately, her business isn't doing well with very small amount of money made via assets. So unfortunately, it's not great news. I don't despise Holly Willoughby. I feel like, I do despise Philip Schofield. I feel like there was no reason for that man to be directly in contact with a boy who he knew as a minor. And I think that, there is such significant conversations that are not being had in regards to exploitation of young boys and grooming them and, exploiting them as sex workers. It's very insane because he had no business knowing somebody who was 15 and he was in his 50s, and then he was in his 60s when this boy ended up being 18, 19. So I don't really have any sympathy or empathy for Philip Schofield in any capacity. I don't despise Holly, but I felt like she knew about things XYZ and just kept it under her radar because it didn't affect her at that time. So this could be karma working in that fold, because a lot of people are aware of young boys being exploited, but they don't do anything. They turn a blind eye and they simply do not care. Whereas, of course, we Ruth tried to do something, whereas Holly clearly didn't, and clearly claimed that she didn't know, but everybody else did. So I don't like Holly, but at the same time I don't despise her. But I feel like when it comes to Philip, I really do despise him. And now I'm awaiting this ITV internal report that is coming out, and what is going to be so soon in terms of impact that other corporations are clearly, taking it into consideration. Do let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this video. Subscribe to the channel, click that button, baby. It is just one click that button for daily and consistent content, and I'll catch you guys soon for another quick bite-sized video.